Alright, I'm not sure where I need to go next. What is that? Alright, why was this so scary? Is it A, because of funny jump scare? Or is it B, because this deer skinwalker creature has been stalking me for the past 20 minutes? If you didn't read the title, today we're doing Monster AI. Before you can make Monster AI, you need an idea, and also an enemy, which I modeled in Blender. And here's how the model turned out. I think it looks pretty good, but now time to import into Mixamo. Just kidding, I would never be lazy enough to not painstakingly hand animate everything. Alright, now that I have a semi-functional character rig, it's time to start talking about the AI. Alright, so the Monster AI is going to be a combination of Alien Isolation and Five Nights at Freddy's, where half of the night you're looking for oil for your lamp, and the other half you're just sitting down Five Nights at Freddy's style. Also, like in Alien Isolation, I want the monster to set traps and snatch away the player if it walks under the trap. The actual algorithm for the monster is basically walk into the general vicinity of the player, wander around, and if it doesn't notice the player via sight or sound, it'll just walk away and despawn. Then loop that on a random timer. It's a little more complex than that, but that's the gist of it. Let's get into implementation. No, I'm not doing that stupid bit again. Alright, all the systems and scripts I just talked about work perfectly when you're in a giant white plane with nothing for the monster to collide against. So I tried running it in the actual map and it did not go well. This, believe it or not, is actually a problem with the pathfinding, not the collision. And if you don't know what pathfinding is, it's basically an algorithm to sort the paths through a maze and figure out which one is the fastest and solves the maze. Also, if you've been watching the video for this long, like, why not subscribe? Like, just hit the button. And the way I fixed the problem of the monster just phasing through walls was just changing the walls to be a pathfinding obstacle. Now with the basic Monster AI kinda done, that means it's time to work on the FNAF gameplay. Alright, so first I added a new camera, which was in first person this time, and added multiple orientations the camera can tween between based on player input. Next, I had to make the monster show up at your window or door, so I hooked up separate models of the monster to a random timer that would randomly show or hide them. Then I added a system to check how long the monsters were at your window or door, and if they're there for too long, boom, jump scare. Which is pretty lazy game dev just to make half my game Five Nights at Freddy's, but I hope it'll contrast the Alien Isolation gameplay good enough to make it kinda fun.
Neighbor, look! It's almost here! It's almost—
Steam Next Fest.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to have the game ready for Steam Next Fest, October 2026. Also, I don't know if this email from Steam falls under my NDA. Google says it doesn't, but don't snitch to Steam, guys.